feel like a lot of people around me think that most part of India is vegetarian and a lot of people eat like vegetarian food, which is not true. I mean, there are more meat eaters in India as compared to like veg food. But also about food, like I think people think that we just eat like chicken tikka masala, butter chicken, naan bread, and stuff like that. But that's also not true. Like north part of India eats like different food, south part eats different food.
I grew up in North Florida, which is pretty boring. There's no beaches anywhere near me. There's not really palm trees where I grew up, so it's just a lot of pine trees and mosquitoes, but there are alligators.
Something that people always get wrong about where I'm from, which is the San Fernando Valley, is that you're an airhead if you're from there. It's where Valley Girl got popularized as a cultural phenomenon. But hopefully that's not who I come across as.
Something people often get wrong about where I'm from is the weather. When people hear that I'm from Africa, they often get the impression that I grew up somewhere that's hot and humid year round.
I am from New Delhi in India, and most people think that New Delhi and India in particular is just really hot all year round, which is simply not the case.
I'm from Tehran, and a lot of people in the US think that it's a very hot place and it's in a desert, which is not true.
Ethiopia is mostly at elevation, and that makes for relatively mild summers.
It's pretty steep and it has a lot of mountains.
The hottest summers I've ever lived through have been here in the States on the East Coast, in Boston and Maryland.
I remember when I was a kid, the lowest temperature used to go down to 31 Fahrenheit or like even below 0 degrees Celsius for at least like 5 to 10 days in a year.
It doesn't happen that much in the States, but when I'm traveling abroad and people ask me where I came from, and well, I first tell them California, and then they're like, no, where are you really from? And then I say Korea. Oftentimes people will say, oh, North Korea or South Korea. And to me that's really funny because I feel like I tell them, if you ever meet anyone from North Korea, give them like the biggest hug and all your money, because that's like the likelihood of that happening is pretty much zero.
The proudest thing that I've done during COVID is to have a very clean house. It's how I release all my angst, and it's a little manic at times. However, it means that we're very clean.
There isn't really anything that I'm proud of. I guess I gave myself a haircut. It looks okay, I guess.
I would say I've been cooking a lot.
I'm very proud of, not proud, probably stunned at how well I can cook.
Since I cook every day now. When we were at work, we never ever cooked, but now we have to cook every day. So I've been doing a lot.
I thought I couldn't cook well at all and I could just make like poached eggs, but it turns out that I can do much more. I think I've become pretty good at cooking Indian food.
I've been watching a lot of YouTube videos about trying all the new recipes and being creative there. In fact, I also started like a Instagram channel called You See What I Eat, and I just post whatever I eat or make there.
I can make lentils, chickpeas, kidney beans really well.
Some of my closest friends live in London, in Budapest, in Hungary, in Australia. So they're also cooking different things and they're contributing to this channel.
And I think I'm going to be competing in one of the MasterChef shows like everyone else.
Recently, I had the opportunity to speak to a whole class of 4th and 5th graders and just share my experience with computer science, with projects, with my current work. I was really proud of the opportunity to be able to help inspire some kids, especially those that were already on a similar path, and help them see what they could achieve and the types of projects and opportunities that are available.
I read 2 technical books that I always wanted to read, but I never found time to read before the COVID situation. I finally read them, so that felt good and I'm very proud of that.
Of the things I've started working on, I think I'm most excited about all the effort I've made into reconnecting with friends around the world that I likely otherwise wouldn't have talked to until a holiday or something. And I feel like my friendships have grown stronger for it.
Access to clean water for a lot of people, because that's going to be a problem for sure.
Climate change. And that's because I feel like our future generations should get a chance to see the beauty of the earth that we did.
Access to carbon-free energy for a lot of people, because that's going to be hard too.
They should be able to see glaciers as well as tropical beaches and basically see whatever our beautiful planet has to offer to us. And I also think like it's not a very difficult problem to solve if all of us just cared a wee bit.
I wish I could end animal suffering, at least to the extent possible, because with our factory farming systems, we slaughter like billions upon billions of animals and have them lead a life full of suffering just so that we can experience a few moments of pleasure in our mouths, which is crazy. Yeah, so ending animal suffering due to our dietary desires.
I would say education. That is something I deeply care about.
Access to good education for a large population.
It would probably be child literacy. I think every child should be able to read and seek knowledge for themselves if they want to, as baseline.
Mainly educating kids in like rural parts of India. What I've seen is that whatever things we do in like urban world doesn't match with what is taught in those places. It's really important to like uplift rural places in India because 70% of India is like rural, and if we do that, that will contribute to like overall development of the country, and that is something I would like to do.
The second one that I do want to solve is preventable blindness. According to lightfortheworld.org, around 80% of the blindness existing in the world right now is preventable. So that means that with the correct medicine and treatment and surgeries, around 80% of the world's people who are blind right now should not have been blind.
A world problem I wish that I could solve is the issue of inequality of opportunity. In the world today, your likelihood of rising into a position of power or influence is too determined by whether or not you come from a privileged background. And that makes for world leaders that are insensitive to the issues of those that did not grow up with those advantages in life, and makes all other world problems worse than they already are.
I really wish that I could help solve democratization of education. So what I mean by that is I know that I was pretty lucky to have access to a lot of opportunity, and that helped me get to where I am right now. And I wish that more folks could have access to personalized education, and even just the ability to know what's out there and be able to foster curiosity in the wild.